All right, guys, what we're going to do is a quick training, a quick overview of how to build an organization. This is the information we actually went over on Sunday's call, but unfortunately I didn't get to record it on a video similar to this. And I just wanted to do that so that way anybody who wants to know what we talked about and or learn how to do this, we can go over. And what I'm actually covering is the 10 core. Now, I've emailed this out to most people. Most people have this training. I'm just pulling it up on my phone so that way we can run through it. And to start out with, what I wanted to talk about is what we're going to teach people how to do is basically most people start out when they see a business like this is they're an employee of some kind. They have income coming in from somewhere. And what most people are scared of, what I usually hear is oh my gosh, do I have to quit my job to do this? And the great part is, with direct sales is you do not have to quit your job. You don't have to leave what you're doing. You can just do this part-time. Now, does it take time to do it? Yes. I don't try to fool people into that they can work a business 3 hours a month or 3 hours on one weekend and this is going to turn into a six-figure income. It's going to take some work to make this happen. And here's the unfortunate part is just like getting good at anything, you're going to need to invest more time in the beginning to get good. And then once you are good at what you're doing, you can kind of scale back a little bit and tighten up your schedule and it doesn't take as much time to do. But in the beginning, it's just like golf or tennis or learning a musical instrument. You have to practice more in the beginning to get good and finally make it work. So here's just an analogy. There's 4 types of incomes. Number 1 is the job income. And the job income, I like to say, is just there to pay the bills. It was never built to make anybody rich. It was never built to help anybody get financially independent. It was just there to help people get into a situation where they can basically survive. And if you're expecting it to do anything other than that, I'll be the unfortunate person to tell you, you got lied to. It was never designed to do anything more. So, you know, the 40-40-40 plan, 40 years for $40,000 to try to retire on 40% of what you couldn't live off of anyway is not really working out for people. So that leads us to the second way to make income. The second way to make income is self-employed. And what we'd like to teach you as part of our team working with FES is how to make $300 to $500 a month. What does it take to make $300 to $500 a month? And it's just a couple quick steps. The biggest thing is it's very easy to do. The problem is it's easy not to do. So what most people do when it comes to things that are easy not to do is they just don't do them. Is it hard to eat right? Well, it's not really hard to eat right, but is it hard to eat right? People are like, yeah, it's hard to eat right. I go fast food, I go pizza, you know, I like carbs, I like sugars. But it's not really a difficult thing to describe to people to lose weight, right? You eat less than your body burns. If your body burns 2,000 calories and you eat 5,000, you're going to gain by 3,000 calories a day, which is basically a pound a day. You know, in some cases, people are like, okay, finally, I'm going to cut all this crap out and I'm going to eat right. And I've watched people lose 30 pounds in 1 month. And people are like, how is that possible? It's actually pretty simple. If your body burns 2,000 and you work out and eat right and you burn past what your calorie deficit is, if you can burn past 3,000 calories, you can lose 30 pounds in a month. It's not really that difficult. It's math. And what I'd like to tell you is in FES and building your own business, it's math. It's nothing more complicated. Once you learn the steps of what to do, it's just like learning the steps of what to eat, how to work out. Once you learn them, as long as you apply them, I've applied them in different companies, different products, with different people I knew, people I didn't know, and it worked every time, every single time. So that's what we're going to teach you how to do to be self-employed and make $300 to $500. We'll show you that here in a minute. Once we teach you how to do that, and you know how to do that by yourself without anybody, then we'll teach you how to do is build a team. And if you build a team of people, what I was taught in the industry is every time you go help somebody make $500, you're going to make $100. I was like, well, that's, you know, I guess that's okay. I mean, they made money. They made 500. I made 100 from teaching them how to do it. And that's just an analogy. It's not an exact amount of money. It's an analogy, but it holds pretty true in this company when you look at our compensation plan. I'll have somebody go out and basically recruit 5 people, and for that, I'm going to earn about $100 back, even at the first couple levels. Now, in some cases, that could actually earn you could help them make 500, you can make 500 too. It just depends on what level on the comp plan you are. So we'll show that here in a second. But imagine having 10 people on your team that you were able to do that with, and you could make $1,000 a month, or 20 people and you got to 2,000. Or maybe even some of you might have the desire to teach 100 people how to do this, or 1,000 people. We do have people in the company that earn in excess of $200,000 a month. It's not uncommon in an industry like this to make big income. But what I can tell you is, again, it's going to take big work to make big income. I try not to make any, crazy promises that you're going to do this overnight. The last thing that we're going to talk about is what to do with the money once you get it. Here's just what I was taught, and I'm not a financial planner. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your money. That's totally up to you. But what I learned is, number one thing that you want to do with this money that you're making is, when you become successful, what most people do is they go out and spend it and they buy crap. They upgrade their lifestyle, they buy fancy cars, fancy clothes, they try to impress their friends with crap. They'll buy 3 big screen TVs, but they're in debt. Here's what my suggestion is, the suggestion that I was given. Use your income to build your business, and then once your business is building at a pretty steady rate, take the largest portion of what you're making and actually pay off all your debt. Pay everything off. Get everything. Could you imagine waking up tomorrow and not owing any money? I mean, you don't really have to make a lot of money if you don't owe any money. Other than survival, if you own your house outright, if you own your car outright, if you own your cell phone outright, right now the trick is banks and institutions have tricked you into getting low payments. The reason they trick you into low payments is they know that you'll always be on a payment. What if you were just able to pay all that off? Get into a situation where you just really don't owe anybody anything. Debt, credit cards, all of that's gone. How much money would you need a month to really live a good life? It doesn't take a whole lot. I mean, people can retire on a lot less if they have everything taken care of and paid off and they have a plan. Now, I'm not a financial planner, but the very first thing that I'm going to suggest to my team is pay everything off. The second thing I'd suggest is putting 6 months of your income that you want to live off of away. Put it away. Make sure it's in an investment. Make sure it's liquid, like you have access to it. Not that everything should be in a savings account, but some kind of, liquidable asset that you can get your money at any time. 6 months worth. Why do you want 6 months worth? Because you sleep better at night, because it means you don't have to close that next person. What I suggest people do is, once they have 6 months, once they have their debt paid and they have 6 months put away, then we're going to talk about building an asset. Now, I'm a realtor. I have to tell people that, because when I start talking about real estate, you have to disclose that you're a realtor. I'm a realtor. So what I talk to people about is, what if I could teach you basically how to make enough money in this company where we could teach you how to put enough money away where we could teach you how to buy a couple rental properties. I mean, imagine owning 3 rental properties that are about 6 figures, about $100,000 each rental property. And I'll just kind of give you a quick plan. Let's say we can teach you how to make $3,000 a month with your FES business, and take that times 12 months. Well, that's $36,000. If you added that each year, in 3 years, you would be able to purchase 1 house. And let's say this house, just for sake of what we're talking about, is $100,000. And let's say that you got $1,200 a month rent off of your 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. And we're talking Indiana. Obviously, in California, these numbers wouldn't work. In downtown New York City, these would not work. But we're talking Indiana, middle of the country. If we could show you how to do that in 3 years, watch what happens. You add this $1,200 to your $3,000, and let's say you keep some of it. Let's say now you make $4,000. So that's, $4,000 a month. I'm sorry, I added too many zeros there. $4,000 a month is basically $50,000 a year, 48. So in 2 more years, you could buy another house for $100,000 and earn another $1,200. So imagine adding that $1,200 to this. Now you're at $5,000 a month. You could live off of $1,000 just as extra and do it again. Guys, what I'm talking about is, what if we could show you a 10-year plan to own 3 houses at $1,200 each, that's $3,600 a month. That's about $40,000 a year income, plus you have 3 properties that are completely paid off. That's $300,000 in basically liquid at any one point, and you've got a cash flow of basically $3,600 a month, plus the $3,000 a month we taught you how to build an FES. That's $6,600 a month. $6,600 a month is $70,000 a year. That gives you the ability to not only quit your job and walk away and do this and have the rental property. People are like, well, I don't know anything about rental property. It doesn't have to be rental property. It can be any kind of asset that you want. Maybe you want to buy ATM machines. Maybe you want to buy Coca-Cola machines. But we're just going to talk about buying a physical asset that spits off cash flow so you can make money. That's the point of what we're doing. So how does that tie into how do we get here? You know, this is the end result. I like to show people the end result. Now my end result is having a few more than 3. What if you had 10 houses like that? What if you had $1 million basically liquid plus a $12,000 a month income? That would be a good start, wouldn't it? That would be retirement for most people, plus you'd have your FES business. Now you can build past $3,000. What if you built it to $10,000 and you knocked one of these houses out every single year for the next 10 years and you're done and retired and everybody else is, you know, sitting around trying to work and figure it out? Imagine being able to leave that income to somebody else. Imagine being able to will that business to somebody else and now your kids are set up. I'm kind of thinking more long term with this. So how do you do that? Well, there's 10 steps. Number 1 is getting started right. Here's basically what I want to teach people to do. Getting started right basically means you want to show basically 30 people the plan in the first 30 days. 30 people to plan. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to present 1 time a day for the first 30 days. Now, the way that I've seen the most successful people do this so far is just getting on the phone with them. In some cases, getting on a video phone with people. In some cases, presenting on Facebook. There's more people right now. They said the best marketing tool in the world right now is Facebook because more people are there than anywhere. And here's the thing. The great part is if you present on Facebook, you're just presenting to a screen. You don't even have to have anybody there. That video can be seen hundreds of times even while you're asleep. So the best news is if you presented, watch this, if you presented every single day, let's say you get home from work and every day on Facebook Live, you give a 15-minute presentation, the presentation we've actually laid out for you, and you just do that every day for the first 30 days. Here's what I can tell you, or here's what we're seeing. Out of 30 people, there's 3 people that will contact you and basically need the membership right away. They need credit repair immediately. There's probably another 5 to 7 people that will ask questions about becoming involved. They're like, hey, I see what you're doing, but I have questions. It's okay, people are going to have questions. Most people do not make a decision the minute they see something. That's something that's really hard for people to understand. Most people don't make a decision right there. What they do is they look, they like. They look, they question. They look, they question some more. They look, they question some more. And then if you're committed, if you're diligent, if you keep presenting every single day, committed, just like going to the gym. If you go to the gym every single day and eat right every single day for 30 days and you lose 30 pounds, here's what people say. I just don't know how you did that. That's unbelievable. I don't know how anybody could do that. I mean, it's not like you know, thought up a new way to survive. It's not like you created a new way to divide cells. It's not like you created nuclear fusion. You just ate right and went to the gym for an hour each day. Amazing. You know, here's the problem is most people don't question could they do it, like is it possible? Most people question could they commit to it. What if I told you if you committed to this, you can get to 6 figures? What if I told you if you committed to this, regardless of your income, regardless of your background, regardless of where you grew up, who you grew up around, regardless of what you did in your past or what people think of you, if you did this, you could make it to 6 figures. Now, some of you could make it to 6 figures in 12 months doing this because you have a couple things already in order. Some of you, it'll take some time longer, maybe 24, maybe as many as 5 years. But if you, I mean, think about it. Do you have a plan right now to make 6 figures in 5 years? Part-time, while you're still working? If you don't, take a serious look at what I'm talking about, is present every day. Take 10 to 15 minutes every day, and here's exactly how I want you to say it. Because people are like, well, I don't know what to say. Here's exactly how I want you to say it. You say, hey, Facebook, I wanted to share with you something I'm doing, something I'm excited about. And the only thing I want from you is to know what I'm doing, so if you run into the right person, you could refer them to me. Now, if you happen to be the right person and want information on this, I'll get you that information. That's how to start out every single presentation. Then I say, look, I actually got started with a company that does credit repair. I don't know if you know anybody who has bad credit or needs to repair their credit, but that's what our company does. Is we're a financial services company, and the name of our company is FES. And then basically read the flip book. Read it. You don't have to be a slick salesperson. You just read the information. The more normal you are, the better. You know, people are like, well, do you have to dress in a suit and tie like I am right now? No, I was presenting in front of a group of people live. I was presenting to guests. When you're presenting on Facebook, wear your t-shirt. Be in your living room. You know, make sure there's nothing too crazy going on behind you because of noise and sound. But go in a bedroom, for goodness sakes. Do it at a desk, a table. Do it in the bath. It doesn't matter really where. If people are like, well, do I have to have the perfect, you know, do I have to have the right watch? Do I have to? You don't have to have any of that, just as long as you're presenting. 10 to 15 minutes, read it to people. And now here's the close, because people are like, well, how am I going to end the video? You say, hey guys, thanks everybody for watching. If you need any help, want any information on this, please get back with us. That is all we're talking about. Do me a favor, so if you run into the right person, refer me. Hey, thank you so much for watching. If you need any help, get back with me. 30 presentations in 30 days. Now, if you can also do that live with people, get them on the phone and say, hey, do me a favor. John, I want you to know what I'm doing outside of my normal job. That's it. 30 presentations in 30 days. That's how to get started. That's how I'm trying to get people started. Anybody who wants to do this. Now, here's what I'll do. 10 for 10. I will help you present to 10 people in the first 10 days. If you get me a list of people together, I will get on the phone with you and I will present so you can hear how I do this. I've done videos for tons of people. Every single one of my frontline people I've already done a video for. If you want me to do a video for you, just instant message me and say, hey, I'd really like an introduction from you for me. So that way I have a 10-minute video that I can share with people who are asking questions about what we're doing. I said, no problem, I'll do that. So that's getting started right. The second thing is activate. That says activate your protection plan membership. That's the second thing. Just activate it. Activate every single thing. Activate your identity theft, activate smart credit, activate financial lockbox, fill out your will, make sure you get that stuff in. Once you get all that stuff done, that's basically step 2. Step 3. Step 3 is professional development. Professional development is nothing more than basically reading and watching. Reading 10 to 15 minutes, watching one video, one positive video a day. Positive video meaning somebody who's in the industry, we're putting stuff on the team page, just go to the team page, watch some of the stuff we're putting up from Grant Cardone. Watch some of the stuff we're putting up from Eric Worre. Or we've got stuff from Gary Vaynerchuk. We've got stuff from Jim Rohn. We've got stuff from John Maxwell. You know, positive, motivational, leadership-based. Learn more about dealing. Guys, if you focus on learning more about dealing with people than anything, you'll make more money in this industry learning more about people than you will about products or comp plans. Because this business is made of people. I have yet to sign up. I've yet to sign up a business card. I've yet to sign up a real estate sign, but I sign up a lot of people. So just learn how to deal with people. That's the number one thing. 4, market daily. Market daily. Marketing daily means put out one piece of content every single day. What is a piece of content meaning? A Facebook post, a positive Facebook post that says, did you know that if you use 90% of your credit card, it will actually hurt your score as much as missing a payment? And put it in red so people see it. If you don't know how to do that, look on our team page. People are putting up these type of posts. If you don't have anything creative to say, put up one piece of positive content a day, just reminding people, hey, I'm in the credit repair business. Hey, I'm in the credit repair business. Hey, but do it every day. This business is more about consistency than it is about how great a speaker, presenter you are. A lot of people think it's that talent. It's actually the consistency part that wins over. 5, present daily. This goes back to getting started right, where you present all, 30 times in 30 days. Now, what are you trying to accomplish in getting started right? I'm trying to help people get their first 3 people. My goal in getting somebody started right in the first 30 days is helping them get their first 3 people. Now, what I found is people who present to 30 people in 30 days end up getting their first 3 people. But the people who delay that out month after month, week after week, are like, oh, well, I was busy. I couldn't do it this week. And then they couldn't do it next week. And then they couldn't do it the following week. Now they're 3 weeks down and they're trying to accomplish it in 1 week. Guys, take 30 days and just present 1 time a day. And people are like, but I'm busy. Do you eat lunch? Present at lunch. Well, but I'm busy at lunch. Okay, what about a car ride home? How bad do you want to make 6 figures? Like, I'm talking about getting paid $100 grand to do this, and you're giving me some bullshit excuse that you can't present for 10 minutes. It is a lie. You are lying. It's just not a priority to you because you either don't believe you can make 6 figures or you don't believe this will work for you because of your past experience. And what I can tell you is there are people who are way less talented than you that have done this. They have way less connections, they have way less reasons, and they're making 6 figures in this industry. You know why? Because they decided to commit to this process. I have found that the people who commit to this process and get this done, they're able to do this day after day, month after month. We have a brand new agent in the company named Amber. I'm going to call you out, Amber. I'm sorry. She got started 30 days ago doing this. 30 days ago, she signed up, I know it's 8. I think she might have hit 9. She signed up 8 customers in her first 30 days and recruited 1 person. She missed the promotion here, but what she did, if she signed up 8 customers means she made $800 in her first month. No experience in direct sales. So when you tell me your excuse that you can't do it, she did. And if you're a guy and you're letting her kick your butt, I'm going to have her come on here and train. I don't know what you guys are doing. I'm just saying. So, present daily. 6, open house. We have an open house every week. If you're within an hour to 2 hours of this open house, you need to figure out your schedule and get here. Because what I've found is the people who attend the open houses end up making money at about 10 times the rate as everybody else. So this one is this is show up. Show up. Number 7, we do a training every Sunday. We have a training call every Sunday. Normally we tape it like this video, but if you can't make the training session for Sunday, we record it. If we don't record it, I'm going to do a video like this and put it on the website so that way every week you can see this information and you can learn it. Guys, this is the practice. This is like, going to the driving range every single week and hitting the ball every single week. Yeah, it's a lot of the same information. I'm going to do the information. Brandy's going to go over this information. Eventually, Tom's going to go over this. As we promote people in the company, different people are going to give the same information. They're going to be able to give tips on what's working and what's not. Number 8, regional event. Our next regional event is here in Indianapolis on the 19th. James Johnson and Chanel Johnson are both driving from Atlanta to come in for our boot camp. We're going to do a boot camp where the first part of the day from like 1 to about 3:34, we're going to do a boot camp on John C. Maxwell's Becoming a Person of Influence. We're going to go into the 21 qualities of a leader. We're going to share what those qualities are, how they work in conjunction with influencing people. We're also going to go over the 4 personality types and how the 4 personality types will allow you to influence people faster and more effectively than anything else that I could possibly share with you. So that's going to be on the 19th. Now watch this. Training, show up. Regional event, show up. The 9th thing is we're going to do basically a national event. All of our team nationally is going to get together for a team national event. That's going to be towards the end of the year. We're going to put that together and you're going to have at least 90 days notice to be able to schedule that out. And that's basically going to be a Friday, Saturday event. Friday, Saturday, Sunday is going to be a fun day for those people who want to stick around. We're going to do something fun. But that's going to be a weekend event once a year. Eventually, it'll be twice, 3 times a year. It'll just kind of depend on where we're at in our company, how fast we get to the quarterly event. But this is basically going to be a quarterly event. And again, you just show up. The 10th thing on the list is called a map. A map is nothing more than a massive action plan. Here's what I do. My map is, how many people am I going to get started? How many presentations am I going to do? Do I have all my stuff activated? I actually track how much personal development I do, how many books I read, how many seminars that I give and I watch. Market daily. How many times did I market every single day? Yeah, I got a checklist there. Present daily. How many presentations did I do for the month? I know today I did Steve. I did one for Eric. I did another one on Facebook. So I did 3 presentations a day plus the Facebook Live that we did at the open house. And I just count that as one presentation even though there were a bunch of people here. So I did 4 presentations today, part-time, while I was doing my other 2 businesses. Showing up, our open house, our training. I just make sure that I go to each one of these things. Half of this list is just showing up. Half of the list is showing up. The other half of the list is the activity it takes to grow as a person and grow your business. So these are the 10 things that are in the 10 core that we're going to teach how to do to grow this across the nation. If you want specific details on how each one of these things work, how we contact, how we invite, we have other videos out there that'll go over that. I just appreciate everybody for watching. I wanted to do kind of a short, concise, how to get started. This is the goal. Put 3 people in. Get 3 different organizations started as fast as you can. How do you do that? Present to 30 people in 30 days. If you don't have 30 people on your list, start presenting every day online and putting out one piece of content on Facebook every single day on your personal page. And what will happen is over the course of 30 days, people will start contacting you and you'll have live presentations. You'll have people who are requesting information from you. Then you can get them on the phone with us and we can help them get started. So with that, guys, I appreciate everybody for watching. If you have any questions, go ahead and instant message or call. We know that anybody can do this that wants to do this, and we're here to help. Thank you.